Well, that was interrupted, wasn't it? Honestly. Are we live? Are we even going? What's going on? Right then. So, welcome to tonight's live stream. Interrupted by Jack jumping on the keyboard and stopping the song. Well, thank you, Jack. Thank you very much for that. I hope you're very happy with yourself for ruining this live stream. I've done you on my wine as well, dear. Honestly, the nerve. So I suppose we better start off and see who's in and stuff like that. It's not that far behind now, the stream. Are you ready? Back now. Yeah, there you go. It's like a second or something. Whew. Right then. Who have we got in the house? We've got Jimmy Quinn in the house. Word up, yo, man. We've got Ujudge in the house. Wiki wiki yo. And we've got Rob in the house. Greetings, Rob, or should I say Harold or Bernadette. Good evening, Bernadette. Norm is currently on holiday. You are stuck with Norm's more 90s raver cousin. I don't know. Dave. We'll say Dave. Hey, Gareth. I think this is your first time joining one of our streams, isn't it? I hope everybody can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me or you can't hear me. Specifically, you, or Judge, you should be the word up on this. It should be, Judge is in. She's a moderator, and the first thing she should be doing is, we can hear you, and the sound in the video is fine. So that's what you should be doing. Hey, Black Lines, how you doing? It is a snazzy top, yeah, and I'll tell you something, Black Lines. Black Lines says, I can't hear you. That top is way too loud. I think that deserves one of these, actually. Hang on, here we go. You ready? That's for you, that Black Lines. Well done. Very nice. Very nice. But you got a nice applause. Yeah, I bought this years ago, and my idea was to why am I telling you about it? Yeah, I liked it, but I never wore it until tonight, and it's quite good prop material, I think. Prop material. It has a hood. Oh no, it doesn't have a hood. Oh, it does have a hood. Oh look, I can be proper neon. Yeah. How cool. Who else have we got? Stu. Evening, Stu. How's that doing? Did you wear it on Challenge Annika? No, it's very of the late 80s, early 90s, though, isn't it? It's like, I don't know, something you'd expect Soul to Soul to be wearing, or were it Black Box that did Ride on Time, that sort of thing on there. So, how's everybody been doing? What's they been up to? It is perpetually Tuesday today until it's Wednesday tomorrow, and then it won't be Tuesday. So it is day 2 of the week. I saw you, Gareth, on Sunday, so I assume. Oh, did you say you were working, or did you not say you were working? I can't remember. But tell me, were you working? Were you not working? Black Lines, no idea what you were up to. Didn't see you at Project Nigel. What's that all about? Stu, what have you been up to, mate? Anything interesting to do? Anything exciting? Anything car related that you've been up to on there? Mr. Rob, I heard you had I'm going to come close to the camera for this one. I heard you had a very interesting conversation with a freakoid yesterday. I hope that was productive. I heard it was productive from my sources. Ooh, this chair's got crazy wheels. Ooh, I'm messing about now. Jesus, I've not even drank any of this yet. Maybe I should start with that. Oh, Gareth. Oh, I wish I could do a good impression of Toast. Yeah, I'll have to find that out and play that as a what do they call them? A sound capture thingy-majig next time.
bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Some random stuff. I've got these random little sound clips that I can play, and they're all a bit random. Like one of them's called Donald Duck Blowjob. I'm not going to be pressing that one. And then, there's this one. See, that's quite a good one, isn't it? No doubt I'll be pressing them a bit more later. So, let's have a look then. So, I was watching Boaty's latest video until you went live. To be honest, my eyes are still wobbling. He tries with the mounts. Maybe we need to, I don't know. Maybe we need to plumb together and get him a proper tripody, like a 3 suction cup phone mount for his windscreen. But then you can't film out a windscreen with them. I don't know. He needs something better, doesn't he? I've lent Project Nigel the headband GoPro holder, and a GoPro. So there might be some videos that he does that are forehead view, forehead point of view. I've got all sorts of random GoPro mount things. I've got like a shoulder one. I've got a couple of chest ones. They're all random. I mean, I suppose they're not random if you're a snowboarder or something. Stu says, my weekend has involved me having an argument with the useless design of the glow plugs in the dreaded Astra Diesel. It's got to go. Well, I was thinking about this the other day about Vauxhalls, and what have they done this? I can't think of anything recently that they've done that's been that interesting. Yeah, they did that Nürburgring version of the Astra, didn't they? That were all right. And they've done various VXR courses that have been all right. I don't know. I think they're one of them brands. I think I need to maybe go to like a Vauxhall meet or two to try and find my Vauxhall point of interest and then expand from there. Quite like courses. I liked my Astra. It were 2002, so I don't know what prefix that had been, but I liked that. You just needed to have a bigger engine, basically. So that might be the thing. Black Lion says, I didn't even know Mustard was having a meetup. Yeah, he put it on Facebook. Did he not talk about it on one of the streams? I get the feeling that he probably didn't actually. But yeah, met up at his yard about 10 o'clock. Spent a couple of hours talking to interesting folks of the car community. And then we went for a drive that was from Project Nigel Yard up to Baiting Reservoir, I think it's called, which was a nice drive up there. It's kind of picturesque and stuff. I hit a massive pothole, like the size of a massive pothole. Margaret seems to be all right. She's got a squeak, but that's not to do with that, I hope, because she had it before. Beards and Bangers says, yes, the freaking question was most helpful, illuminating even. Oh, well, that's good. It's always good to have an illuminating freak. These likes are looking pretty spectacular today. I don't know what's going on. I mean, this bit on your feed looks like really red and everything. It's quite dark where I am, but it looks super red there. I'm sure that camera on that phone sort of tries to bring pink and red into everything, because when I film red cars, they look pink. Oh, Gareth says he's on holiday till next Tuesday when he starts on nights. So Gareth, I'm asking you a question now, and I'm hoping you give me the right answer. I assumed even, because it's past tense, not now, or even though now I'm assumed. Yeah, I assume that when you left, you said to everybody, see you next Tuesday. Because if you didn't, that's a wasted opportunity. And nobody likes a wasted opportunity unless they're the people selling the alcohol to opportunity. Donald Duck apparently gets a blowjob, Stu. It's I'll play it. I'll play it for you. Let's have a listen.
Oh my God, I feel so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bruh. See? Weird. Weird. Very weird and very, very, very weird. That's just someone knocking on some doors. And then there's this. Yeah. Honestly, so weird. Busy Megan said, it's not the mount on Bertie's videos, it's the device. He needs a newer one. Yeah, to be honest, I have the same thing with... so I'm kind of reading up on it. So there's the shaking of the device, which is like the mount and stuff. But yeah, you can get stabilizing software. But there's also that thing where it looks like it's shimmering. And I read the reason for that is that there's too much light, because you can't control exposure on stuff nowadays. It's just basically all automatic. It's the exposure that's set too quickly, so it shimmers because it's moving in between frames, and you can visually see it because it's that fast. So you can put polarizing filters on, which obviously lessens the amount of light coming in, which means the lens is open for a longer amount of time, which does reduce that shimmering. And I have right here some polarizing lenses that I got with one of the GoPros for some reason, but I don't know how well they work. I mean I can put it on here. I don't know which one it is. Right, I'm gonna have to sit like this until the video feed catches up now, and then after all this time, because it's already been about 6 seconds to me. Yeah, it's going to be even longer. I'll put it over that one and we can see what happens. I'll just move them about. Like, you're so far behind what I'm doing right now. No idea which one you're looking through. Anyway, I'm going to put this away, and then on stream it'll catch up and you'll be like, what's he doing? Why has he just been sat there like that for an age? Just with something on front of his on thing. Look at him, and there I'm watching myself and I'm thinking, what's he doing? Anyway, where did we get up to on comments? Oh, look, here I am on that screen, looking under my desk, bringing out a box. Exciting boxes. Right, I'm gibbering so much tonight, I apologise. So Blackline says, I use one of those GoPro headbands around my passenger headrest. Works fairly well, and it's... Now, that is a pretty good idea, actually, Blacklines. I never thought of that. So I've got a few of them tubular clamp ones. They might go around the headrest loop. I got them to put on the handlebars of the bike, the mirrors of the bike, but they're too big. Oh yeah, there's the Insignia in this year. I forgot about that. Yeah, that might be a good one. I didn't know they did a VXR one. What does Udjudge say? I just authorised the message. Oh, I've not. Hang on. I've got it on top chat again. Let's go to live chat. Here we go. Right then. But I don't see a message that mentions cock. Oh, there we go. Hey, Gnome, have you seen the new Cock Mount Pro GoPro holder? I haven't, but I don't have any chickens, Rob. So it'd be no good to me, that. Sorry. Blackline says, I like watching Once Driven, Forever Smitten. Great old school Vauxhall channel. I shall add it to my channel list. What's it called? Once Driven, Forever Smitten. Does anybody know if Mustard's actually doing a stream tonight, by the way? I've not looked at YouTube. Blackline says, well, I say old school. It's the early 90s stuff. Cavaliers, Novas. Oh, that's quite cool. Go well with my top then. Gareth did say, see you next Tuesday. Good. I'm glad you did. Otherwise, I'd have been very, very disappointed with you. Rob. Modern video recording devices have image stabilization built in, which is for the millennials, but would help the rest of us as well. My GoPros are Hero 3s, as I told you the other day, and they've not got any of that jiggery poker in them. They're fairly basic, which is why they're dead cheap for me to pick up. The Drift camera I've got does have image stabilization, and that's quite good. But the problem I found with the image stabilization on, when I'm on the bike mainly, is that when I'm looking around, it just slows the rotation around, and it looks like I'm drunk. So it's kind of good when I had it on Margaret, when I did the intro video. So the bits where you can see Margaret from different angles and stuff, like the one on the front of the car looking up to the windscreens on the Drift, I think. And then the one on the side looking back's on the Drift. So you can kind of see it swaying a bit on those. That kind of slows everything down and makes it look a bit smoother. But the OpenShot program that I use as well, has it on, I can set that. Pingu Concord says R8, 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 R8. Oh, editing in quotation marks, which probably means not editing. Well, that's everybody's comments caught up with. So thanks for joining me. And we're going to carry on with more comments. Okay, cool. Well, I have some topics, not ones to eat there. And Underscore's not here to make that joke, so I feel I have to. Okay, cool. See you later, Black Lines. Have a good one. Underscore's not here, so I feel I have to make that topics joke every time someone mentions topics. So I made that joke. I was going to say in memory of Underscore, but he's not dead as far as I know. Well, I hope not. Hang on. Hello? Yeah? Yeah, I didn't say we were dead. I've been here all the time. What time? No, I've got an alibi. You don't have to ring me up questioning me. Yeah, but I know it were. I bet it were Noel Edmonds. Bye. Sorry about that. Let's have a look on there for you. So we've got some topics, as I said. So the first one I'm going to go through, and this is one for you car lovers out there, is terrible car names. So there are, oh my God, there's 30 of them. It might be an American page. Oh no, it's on driving.co.uk, so there should be English ones. I bet they're not there, because, most of the journalists don't seem to be able to sort of specify and make a difference between English and American things anymore. It's like, people are into cars, I'll just search car names. So let's have a look for you. So number one on the list of worst car names. Oh, I've not got my
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I've not got my drum roll sound effect. Bollocks. Oh well, never mind. Right, so 30 most ridiculous car names. Number one is the Nissan Friend Me. I mean, the car looks all right, but Nissan Friend Me, what a weird name that is. And I bet you all these are going to be sort of like Asian names, Asian company names and stuff. Number two, the Mazda Bongo Friendy. Mazda Bongo. I'd have a Mazda Bongo. It was quite cool. It's like a van. It's like a camper van, basically. Number three is the Daihatsu Naked. Why is it called that? Oh, it's a K car as well. Oh my God, it was a 658cc engine, which is, I think that's K car specs. But it had four-wheel drive as an option. How is that smaller engine going to push around a four-wheel drive system? All right, they're all going to be terrible, these things. I'm going to apologise for this article already. Number four is the Mitsubishi Charisma. If anybody knows the Charisma, it was like a very dull-looking thing, but most cars of that era were, to be honest. Number five, the Hyundai Trijet, or Trijet. Why is that? I don't get that one. They're not all Asian ones on there. The next one's quite good. I'm just gonna have a look at some more comments. Pingu says, "Are you still infested with the Norman today?" No, Norman's on holiday for a bit. Udgy says, "Good evening, Bad Book. Sorry, I'm very inconsistent with saying hello to y'all. Apparently, Julie's now sort of South American-ish. Is that Texan? South American-ish? Y'all." Rob guesses the VW Sharon. That might be on there. That is a terrible name. Bad Books. Hello, Judge. Evening, Gareth. I'd have the Mazda Bonga, says Bad Books. Yeah, greetings, Bad Books. Actually, have I said hello to you already? I'm frightfully sorry if I haven't. No, I have not. I'm frightfully sorry, Bad Books. Hope you're doing well. It was good to meet up on Sunday. Was Sunday, weren't it? Yes, it was all that time ago. Yeah, and Bad Books' car, everybody, is uber nice. And we'll definitely have to meet up and do a video on that, Bad Books, because that'll be I'm just thinking the comparisons I can make on there with it. It's like 1.8 automatic. I wonder what it's like compared to Henny's automatic. But then I wonder what it's like compared to Margaret's non-automaticness. So yeah, we'll have to meet up and do something with that. Pingo Concord says, "Bunkers rust as fast as MX-5s. Beware!" Oh, Tracy's in. Tracy is in. She's there. Tracy says, "My eyes! I feel like they've re-entered the late 80s. I love it, really. Hey up, Simon and all. Hey up, Tracy. Suzuki Splash. Go on then, Gareth. Nip off for a Suzuki Splash. We'll wait for you." Pingu says the Ford Chav Max. What the hell is that one? Hinduistan Ambassador. Is that like the Indian-made Ambassador? The Ferrero Rocher melt into the back seats. What? Bad Book says, "Good to meet Margaret. Very nice. Yes, you'll have to have a blast in the 5. I will certainly do that. I'm planning on making some videos of me driving other folks' cars and doing little bits of reviews on them. But I wanted to practice on my car first." What the hell was that accent at the end? Yeah, I need to perfect the reviewing the cars thing. So I need to do the walk around with a tripod bit, the sitting in the car talking about. But basically, I'm just going to rip Matt from Furious Driving off a bit, but make it my own style. So there's that. I'll edit better than what Matt does, because Matt seems to be like blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden he's like blah 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 blah, and then he's in different places, and it's not very well edited. Sorry, Matt. Like Matt from Furious Driving bothers watching my videos, honestly. I am. That's right. I'm an actor from the Archers. Hello, I'm from the Archers. I can't do it now. I can't do it. Bad Book says, Beers and Bagders, was that the Indian rip-off of a Morris Oxford? I thought that, Bad Books. I'm sure Rob will confirm. Oh, he did. Indeed. Pingu says, "Did you have fun inside?" Bing! Roger Botti. I didn't go in Roger Botti. I don't know why I didn't go in Roger Botti, actually. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think Mustard Matt left door open when we went out for his drive round. Because when we came back again, I'm sure doors were open still. So, yeah, there's that. What else buttons have we got? Hang on, let's have a look. What about this one? Oh, no, we've done that one. What about this one? Oh, that weren't very long, were it? Hang on. Oh, there you go. What the hell was that? That first one was supposed to be Despicable Me whistle song. God almighty. Jeez. Was it too smelly? To be honest, I didn't even venture inside. I think there was cakes and biscuits and all sorts of stuff in there, maybe. I think, is that what you brought, Bad Books? I don't even... Honestly, I got there a bit later because of F1. And I was getting ready and stuff, so I weren't there bang on opening time. But yeah, it was very good. I've done... Obviously, I did the live stream and I did a premiere of the video, but I've done a video of the actual meet where I actually walk around and I even talk to some people, but I didn't want to impose myself because it's Mustard's meet and I didn't want to be going around going, tell me about your car and I'll video you, because it's Mustard's meet. I want Mustard to have the free reign of attacking people with a camera, so I didn't want to I didn't want to make myself too in your face. But I will do next time. In fact, one of my plans was, if I'd have got there early, I was just going to set up a chair and a table and record and just put a sign that says, come and ask me a question. And I was just going to record people talking to me about whatever. But I didn't get to do that. So next time I'll take Ruth off Margaret so I can put Ruth down a bit. That'd be nice. It's delicious. Other drinks are available, such as this one. So, has anybody... I know we've had a few more people join now, and I feel I need to ask again, but open yourself up to me. How was your weekend and your Monday and Tuesday? Give me your stories. Come at you. Come at me. I'll go through another 5 of these these car dooberies, and then I'll come back to them. Come back and have a look at the chat, and hopefully you've not all told me I'm a cock or something. So number 6 on this list is the Gaylord Gladiator. Now, how is that a bad name? Seriously, how is that a bad name? And that car looks amazing. I would like to go on record right now that I do want even a Gaylord Gladiator. And I don't care if that makes me weird or eccentric or the kind of person that would have weird coloured hair and wear luminous yellow and pink and white tops and do a live stream and wear capes and have disco lights. I don't care. I am a Gaylord Gladiator fan. So there we go. Number 7 is the Dodge Dart Swinger. My God, that's high off the floor. I suppose that's all American cars. This was a hip car to own when it was introduced at the end of the 1960s. Come to the 70s and it gave party guests the wrong impression. No, it didn't. You're just making this. This is like that other thing. I can't remember what it were we were doing, where they were just coming up with stupid comments about stuff. The Vauxhall Adam is at number 8. Why is that a stupid name? What's wrong with that? It's just Adam. The Studebaker Dictator. That's a bit of a random name. But again, another one that's like not a stupid name. Excuse me. The AMC Gremlin. I mean, you don't want your car to be associated with having gremlins, but it's not. For God's sakes, I've just seen number 11. I'll come to that afterwards. What else have we been calling me? The wine glass really has had it to it now. Be honest though, too many times in the dishwasher. We don't even have a dishwasher. That's the thing, Rob. We don't have a dishwasher. I've got 2 of these. I mean I don't know whether you can see, but the unicorn horn is kind of still there. It's just rest of it. I will buy some more. I will. It's a pledge I make to you from my heart to you, the viewers. I will buy more camp wine glasses. Where did we get the... Yes, Stu, isn't it? Isn't it good? It's like got them undercuts in front, and then it's wheels, and then it's got little scoops on the side. It's amazing. I'm a Gaylord fan. Oh God, where are we? Oh my God, where are we going? Oh, there we go, Pingu. I'm currently anxiously awaiting the arrival of the one and only HJ from up north. Have you not got it yet, Pingu? It seems like about 14 years ago you bought that. Was that coming from Mustard Yard? Did I see it in Mustard Yard? Oh, God, I'm terrible at remembering stuff. I hope you do good with it, Pingu. I hope you get it sorted out and straightened up. The car I'm talking about. Tracy says, had my live on Saturday, then on Sunday I did some editing and stuff. We don't want to know about that. And catching up with YouTube watching. That way you put YT then reminded me of something. I can't remember, like some TV production company. Were it Tyne Tees? Did that have like TYTN? Something like that. It just reminded me of that. And yesterday he did a disc. Oh God. Yeah, no, Trace. I know you didn't do a disco order. Did a Tesco order. Literally all I did because needed sleep and the order was so long. Udgy's in charge of our online orders. She always gives the phone to me first, and the first thing I had in is bottles of wine and frozen pizza and some nice bread. Rob of Beards and Bangers fame. I don't know whether I can do an impression of your intro. Rob, let me have a go. Beards and Bangers. Is that any good? Vauxhall Adam is a fine name. My neighbour, who is an ace young woman, a nice young woman even, well, she might be an ace as well, cannot park it, so she asks me, and then I struggle as well. Now then, get yourself in trouble parking young ladies' cars. Come on, Gareth. That's not a real name. Nobody calls the car Honda. I just understood what you're on about, Rob. Oh my God. What has happened? Pingu says, should be MOT ready by the end of the week. Awesome. Although you put tweak, and that made me think twerk. And now I've just got pictures of Boaty twerking in front of her HJ Rover. Oh, the things that poor Carl has seen. Tracy says, my first items are always bottle of wine and toilet rolls. What a great party. Hang on a second. I'm sure we've got some sort of sound we can use for that. Oh God. What have we got? Oh yeah, we can use that one. Oh, finishes too early. That's what she said. But okay, so I've got to the end of the comments. Come on, you guys, you suck. I'm getting past them. Right, we're on to the next one. So number 11, stupid car names that aren't really stupid. They're just some little spotty oink has decided to write an article, and some other older spotty oink's gone, oh, it's a really good article. Well done, I'll put it on our website. Is number 11 is the Great Wall Wingle. The Great Wall Wingle. What? That's another Asian company. I've never heard of it. It sounds like a toilet break while trekking in China, but we're assured it's the name of a pickup. Just don't try and transfer the names into English. I'm sure it sounds fine in whatever native language is. Although number 12 is the Mazda. I mean, these aren't cars, so they're already bloody taking piss. That's taking piss, lad. Number 12 is the Mazda Titan Dump. I mean, it's not though, is it? Because what it is a flatbed that can rotate its bed sideways and dump the load out of the side onto the whatever is at the side of the van. Flatbed. So it's not called the Mazda Titan dump, is it? It's the Mazda Titan with a dump bed on it. That's all it is. So stop making stuff up, idiots. Number 13 is the Ford Probe. I'd put that down on my list. So that's one of them I've got to cross off now. God damn it. You guys, if you think of any, obviously put them in the thing. The what? Number 14 is the Mitsubishi Minica Lettuce. Okay. Oh, that is a bit weird. Also, what's a bit weird about it is it's got it's like the Minis ish, but it's got 3 doors. But they all open independently. I don't know why they didn't just put another door on the other side at back. It's a bit odd. Number 15 is the Mitsubishi. What? Mitsubishi Minica Winky. I mean, you might want to Google that because I'm sure that's something else. In fact, I'm not sure that Minica. I'm sure that's the. Is that not what the Colt was in Europe? Because it looks very Coltish. I mean, I could be wrong. What's wrong with that? This one, number 16, is the best name ever. The Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard. Why would you not want that as a car? That's winning Gaylord Gladiator now. The Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard. That just invokes so many song ideas. Oh dear. And the comment underneath is actually quite funny this time. It says, J.K. Rowling left Isuzu soon after. Oh dear. Oh, these next two are crap. I'll rush through the next 3. So the next one's the Mitsubishi Topo Guppy. Yeah, whatever. The thing is, Guppy probably means something else. Just because it's also the name of a fish, don't mean that they say the car's like a fish. Number 18 is the Toyota Deli Boy. Yeah, whatever. 19 is the Tarpon Honker, which looks like someone's took a big car and put small wheels on it. And number 20 is the Chevrolet Celebrity. That's like proper old school. Proper old school, terrible American car, that one. Right, what have we got up to here? The Harrogate what? Jojoba. Look out for Pingu's authorised message containing the word ho. How far up is it? That's what she said. How far up is it? I can't see it. You'll have to tell me what it were again, Pingu. Oh, I've lost where we are again now. Blooming heck. I'm getting nearly as bad as mustard for this. Right. Oh, it should have been how. I still didn't see it anyway. Mr. Anna L. Probe. Very hard seats. Oh, what's going on here? I'm clicking on stuff. I don't want to click on it. Thank you. Because I can put people in timeout and didn't realise. Biz and Mega is really tough to get in the back seats. I don't know. Toyota Deli Boy, an England defender in footballism. Don't worry, it was not an interesting comment and it will just slow you down. Oh, hang on, I need to play the applause sound for that one. Well done, Pingu. Oh, Gareth, and you need an applause sound as well. Hang on, let's find. I'll choose one that I've not used before. I dread to think what some of these are going to be. That was for you, Gareth, the Hillman Gimp. Well done, well done. Oh well, these are some good ones. It's good, isn't it, that? Number 21, the Proton Putra. Look up a Proton Putra. Apart from the name, if you squint, it looks a bit like an Impreza. That's weird. 22, the Subaru Brat. Not a bad name, that, I don't think. And that car, I used to have, that was the first radio controlled car I had, was a Subaru Brat. It was a second-hand one and it was crackered. But that didn't stop me, like, trying to drive it around garden. Why is the Austin Princess a bad name? I'm ignoring that. The Mazda Laputa. Okay, that makes more sense. Laputa was the flying island in Gulliver's Travels. I didn't know that. Why Mazda would name a car after that, I have no idea. Unfortunately, it's also a Spanish term for prostitute. So there you go. And then we've got a load of them that don't have any pictures attached to them, which is a bit shit. So we've got the SsangYong Rodius. Maybe it looks like a giant PP. The Morris Isis. Well, that's only crap because of now what the Isis thing is. The Triumph Mayflower. What? Okay. The Isuzu Bighorn. The Honda Fitter. I remember that. And the Nissan Mokko. Okay. So the other one I'd got down that isn't on here, and I'm pretty sure it were out when they put this list together, but obviously they just copied and pasted this list from somewhere else. Flipping Will Dron. Let's have a look at Will Dron. I'm on a mission to out this guy's terrible stuff. Where is he? There he is. Look at him. He's only about 6. As if he knows anything about cars. Oh, the Times have sent me out to somewhere to drive the latest 2022 Cupra. And, oh, the Times have sent me out to try a Ferrari. And, oh, the Times have sent me out to try whatever the hell that thing is. Korean luxury car brand Genesis has given us a very good idea of what the final petrol car will look like with the GV80 Coupe concept. It's a concept car, shut up. I mean, I'm not at all jealous that someone that's getting paid to drive all these things all over the time and then write really bad articles about them. Calm down, Simon, it's just a commercial. Yeah, so there we go. I came up with a Renault Wind. Nobody's come up with that one. I think that's a good bad name. Ford Pubics made out of old Corsairs. Oh, bad books.
Yeah.
You're that bit at end's best bit. Hey! And you also get this as well.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah, there you go. What's going on here? Pingu says returning the chat to normality. Is Henny Pie still going strong? I heard worrying news about her on the Tinterweb. I don't know. Oh, you mean Henrietta? Yeah. What did you hear about on the interwebs? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Stu, wonder if one of the trim levels was the Benidorm. What are we talking about? Oh, the Ford Pubics, probably. Rob comes up with another. I'm going to run out of applauses to use. So Rob said the Triumph slag. Why can't I? Oh, it's a retracted message. That's why. What I put in. You like the Careless Whisper intro? I do. I'm going to play it again now just for you. Oh, no, I'm not. Are you ready? Oh, hang on. Let's play. I don't know. What are these? What's this one? That's supposed to be a fart. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
He does, doesn't it, Bad Books? He literally, well, he doesn't look exactly like one, but it's so much of a slightly melted shape of an Impreza. I wonder what they're like power plant wise and stuff. Could be quite interesting, actually. He says thinking, what were it called? Proton Putra. Right, sit down because he was never going to buy one. Trump slag. Why? I don't see that. If you you've authorised it, but I don't see that. I just see the last one from Rob is Triumph slag. That's weird. That's weird. Old ones are the best. Well, Julian, no. Yes, Jimmy Quinn. Yes. The Fiat Idea. What a wank car and a wank name and a wank concept. Like lots of wank, really. It's just terrible. Just terrible. Like, I made a specific point when I saw Matt at NEC to not look at his car. I walked past it. I said, "Hiya, Matt. Is that your idea?" I suppose everybody's saying that to you. And he said, "Yeah, everybody's saying that or different versions of that same phrase." And I said, "Cool." Had a chat with him and then walked straight past it again. Didn't even glance at it because it was offensive to my eyes. There, I've said it. The Skoda Skip. Skoda, I mean, I don't know whether that's a real name or not, but Skoda are coming up with some stupid car names. They're doing like 1 million cars all in the same category. Pingu says, only a Muppet would buy a Fiat Idea. You know, I can kind of see why you went for it because, I mean, I don't like to admit it, but I mean, I assume this is why he went for it. He's a YouTuber now, and he has got many viewers, and he needs to think about the content that he's going to be putting out. So if somebody offers him a car that's uber rare, he's going to go for it just on trying to get that interest of it being rare on there. I think sometimes it works against you there because if it's rare, nobody cares, or I didn't care anyway. Tracy says, and I'll do it in impression of not necessarily Tracy, just a voice. Are we talking about crap car names? I hate the Dacia Duster. What the actual flip is that? I agree, Tracy. It's definitely not a Duster. I tried cleaning our TV with one and it broke the TV. Uji says, maybe you need to be the one to authorise them so you can see them. Maybe YouTube is a silly sausage. I don't know if I can see him, Jew, when somebody just write tits or cock or something. In fact, I'm not going to just say anyone. Rob, you write cock as a message and I'll see if I can see a withheld message on there. Pingu says, that's why he swapped it for the 75 people give a rat's arse about them. Yeah, that's true, Pingu. That's what I think. I quite liked that Beetle, to be honest. But then he went down the route of making it look original. But obviously he was trying to flip it. But I'd have done different stuff with it. Is it a 1.8 turbo as well? The 75 he's got. I've watched the video. It just didn't sink in. Is there? I don't see any of them, Hudge. I can't see any of them. I felt all Touretty then. Oh, there's only one sound for that, though, isn't there? Oh dear. Yeah, I can't see any of them. So, yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to see him. Weird, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Now I can see some. I can see. I can see. I can see boobies. I can see titty biscuits. I can see ass biscuits. I can see Jimmy Quinn's penis. What the hell's that, bad bugs? The Cockhold Womble Association. Jimmy Quinn says fuck. Greenwood says wink. Green wheels for Henny Pie? Who said that? Oh, that's not what. Hang on a minute. We need to rewind a bit there, Pingu. What were it? Did you tell me what you thought you'd heard about Henny? Oh, no, you didn't say. You didn't say. You just left me hanging there. No, not green wheels. There is. Now they've got tyres on the wheels. They are going to get painted up. I'm still debating. I think I'm going to do them Rover Gunmetal Grey, like the sensible wheels for Margaret. But I've got some multicolour glitter top coat that I need to test to see how vibrant it is before I start going mad with that. That I'm going to do over the top. I don't want to leave them black because the black wheels are too obvious. I were thinking of doing like a bronze colour, but then I want to have something that's not bonkers to go back to as well. Or I might just do them bright blue. What I need is another set of wheels. Like I've got for Margaret, I need half sensible and bonkers. And that's something else I've been talking to Rob about. I need some of them. Oh, what are they called, Rob? I can't remember. Them ZT wheels, or them MG Z car wheels that I like, that are apparently the most common and cheapest ones. What's going on here? Spunk Bubble. I mean, I don't mind you giving me a pet name, Gareth, but Spunk Bubble's a bit far. I mean, I've only met you once. This has taken a very interesting turn. Apex 18-inch Apex. Okay, I think they're the ones that I'm on about. They're the ones that they put on. They had a version on. I know they were called hairpins on ZR. Maybe it's hairpins, unless they just changed name from them. Can you see the word inch? Yes, I can. Particularly when it's written down. Pinko Concord said, some ill-informed Muppet said you needed help getting Henny Pie back on the road. Did I? She's on the road. Just like at the moment, she's literally on the road. She's going to get her oil change done tomorrow. Bad Books. Would the green wheels fall on Henny? I don't know what that means, Bad Books. Saint Knob. You lot are having far too much fun just writing swear words down. I mean, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, isn't it? Flange. Flange is a brilliant word, Rob. Well done for that one. In fact, you just wait. You wait. Oh, fit on Henny. No, completely different. Like MG ones are 4-stud, 95.5 PDC, I think. I don't know what they are on Rover 75s and ZT. Right, just wait there 2 seconds. You might still be able to hear me as I walk away. I don't know how far the microphone reaches with this range. Well, I'm in a different room now. How scary is this? Oh, all this for a joke. All this for a joke, honestly. Oh, sometimes you question your own choices in life. Really, your own choices. I question my own choices on a daily basis. Mainly, as soon as I log on at work, I'm like, what the flip am I doing here? And right now I'm questioning myself because, oh God, this is getting worse. I think the thing that I was looking for is actually in the room that I've just come out of, and it's not even a funny joke. I'm gonna do this joke, and you're gonna be like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get what you're on about, Simon. I'm going to be like, I apologise. I'm just wasting your time. I'm wasting my time. I'm just wasting everybody's time. Yeah, it's in here. It's not even in that other place. Honestly, right. I don't know whether you can see me on there at this point. Sorry, Jack. Did I wake you up? Good. That's your own fault for turning my music off at the beginning of my live stream, you little douchebag. Honestly. Oh, am I keeping you awake? I'm sorry about that. I'm nearly there, guys. Don't worry. Comedy gold is on its way. I'm back. Right. Do you want to see my flange? Here it is. That's my flange. It's little, isn't it? And it clicks. I told you it weren't funny. Well, all that faff. Right, what did I miss? Ivor Howard. I didn't see you pop in there, Ivor. Ivor Howard. Good evening. I had an MGTF and I hated it. Didn't like the drive. I suppose they're each to their own, aren't they, really? I keep saying this to everybody that sees Margaret, and they go, "Oh, he looks nice," and I go, "She's a bit of a nail, really. She's a bit of a nail, really," and that's why I don't mind dropping suspension on her and chucking around corners and stuff on there. But I don't know. I suppose my way of thinking is it don't matter what car it is. If you enjoy driving it, whether it drives bad or good, or it's comfortable or not comfortable, whatever your opinion of it is, if you enjoy owning that car, then that makes it a good car to me. Yeah, I don't think ride's particularly good, especially on mine, and they're not the best built things, but there's lots of positives. Like Bad Bucks' MX-5, for example. I love the steering wheel. I love the seats. I love the whole aesthetic of it. It just seems it's like a modern day old car to me, that, but with obviously modern day reliability and all the cool stuff that comes along with modern day stuff. Whereas Margaret's kind of, I don't know, like a obviously a modern day thing, but with like on a bit of more of a budget. It just feels a bit cheaper than an MX-5 to a certain extent. Well, certainly Margaret does anyway. I've not yet. I've not been in a really good MG. I've seen plenty around, and I've also seen some that are far worse than Margaret as well. So there we go. Tracy says it's like being back at secondary school when we had a supply teacher. Pingu says Boaty's bouncy buttocks bumming bravely beyond Birmingham. I reckon they do. Moist. Nice. Simon needs his cat flange welding. Oh, matron. Oh, you could still hear me when I went in the other room. That's great. And then that means I can go and sit down. I am sat down. Waiting for the flushing sound. Sorry to disappoint you there, Rob. You'll have to get your toilet kicks elsewhere. Stu, it's perhaps a good job Captain Mustard doesn't have a mic like this. That's true. Pingu Concord, time for some love hearts to ease my delivery anxiety. I hate them love hearts things, them sherbety things. Ugh. Nice flange, looks tight. Oh, it can be tight. It can be tight. It's the thing about flanges there, Rob, and I'll try and get up close. And the thing about flanges is you can adjust the rate of the flanging. You can also adjust the depth of the flanging. And the deeper you go, the crazier it gets. And then you can also adjust the regeneration, which is a bit of a weird thing. There's an interesting fact about guitar effects that I could share with you, but it might mean absolutely nothing to most of you on there. So I won't do it. I won't. You can't. Yes. How can I help you? No. Oh, I don't know. Actually, maybe. Why? What's he planning? Okay, he does know it's a car channel, doesn't he? Yeah, I know he used to be on Top Gear. I remember him being on Top Gear. I remember him reviewing that Montego and thinking it was like super cool. He arrived in his helicopter and everything, didn't he? Yeah, I think it. Yeah. Well, as I said, let him know, and yeah, he can come round if he wants. All right, bye. Wrong number. Where did we get up to? Was that it? Yes, Jimmy Quinn. That was it. That was just me trying to find that one effects pedal. I could have brought another one, but it doesn't say flange on it. Although that one says flange on it. So it wouldn't have been as funny in quotation marks. Ivor Howard says, I got a good price, mate. Oh, you mean when you sold your MGTF? It's good. Yeah, so mine were quite cheap. I don't think I could get one as cheap as I got Margaret this time. Again. Now, yeah. That bridge was always moist. Is that why the trains were kept getting delayed on it? You swapped it for a Ford Focus Titanium 1.8 diesel and you love it. Ford diesels. Don't think I've ever driven a 1.8 one. But yeah, see, everybody has their own, has their own opinions on there. Now then, Ivor, I've got a question for you. You need to answer it. This is a pivotal, important question about this 1.8 diesel Ford Focus Titanium. Is it an estate car or is it a hatchback? Now you tell me, and that will decide its fate. Gareth Williams says you need music from Gay Bar and Police Academy. I'll see if I can find it. Why have all the messages just moved up one? What's going on? Oh, because someone's put estate. Right, okay, you get an applause for that then, Ivor. That's that works out. That's fine. Oh, that's not a very big applause, is it? Oh, that one's better. There you go. Yay! Yeah, so because obviously everybody in the chat will know why that gets an applause. Can anybody? Pink is already there. Oh, I'm getting predictable because everybody knows, Ivor, that 2023 is the year of the Torah. The year of the Taurus. Jimmy Quinn says, Boatie's got another car for sale. He's found a City Rover for sale. Yeah, but it's Jake that tagged him, I think. But I think he should seriously. I mean, obviously, it's worth a shot. But why doesn't he just message him and see if they want to swap for a Rover 25? Although the only one that's working, Sheeson, isn't it? Yeah, that might not work out. Oh, stew. I prefer the small clone because it just has the one knob and a slider switch for depth. I've never used a small clone. I went through a phase where I tried to get like one of every type of effect, and then I started doubling up on stuff, and then I kind of got stuck on a buying delay pedals trip. So I've got a Canyon, which has got like loads of different delay effects, and there's a reverse, and I think there's a way of using it as a looper as well, but you need to practice for that. But the best one I bought was Earthquake Devices. Oh, what's it called? Bloody hell! Right, hang on. I'll be back shortly. It's definitely in this box, he says, thinking that maybe it's not in this box. It might be in that other box that I've just been looking. Oh, Simon, you've done it again, you idiot. It's in that bleeding other box, you spaz. You idiot. Oh. Apologies, people, for my incompetence. Space Spiral. That's what it's called. It's called the Space Spiral. It's a delay, but on the delay signal, you've got a modulation setting as well. So it kind of sounds spirally, and it kind of goes out of. You can get it to go out of control and regen back on itself quite a lot as well, which is kind of cool. Whew. Oh, you got me all excited then, Stu, talking about guitar effects. Oh, I almost forgot myself then. I need a bit of wine to calm back down again. I hope Rob's not expecting me to read that out. I'm going to give it a go. Right then. Rob from Beards and Bangers says, moist is an undervalued word. Unless you are Tomazazazazaz Shafanakakr or someone. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I've just said. I hope I've not said anything rude. Like clitoris. Pingu Concord said he's on flange again. Maybe I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that down as one of my video ideas. Oh, there's two ways that could go. That could go naming guitar effects, and you've got to say whether it's a flange effect or not a flange effect, or it could be naming celebrities or rappers, and you've got to say whether they've got a flange or not a flange. Oh dear. Oh, there's a street rover near where I work. I've seen a couple of times now. I need to. What I was planning on doing, all you YouTubey people and non-YouTubey people, can tell me if this is a good idea. I'm planning on getting some cards made up. I've got an email address that I've not used yet for the channel, and just basically a picture of the channel logo thing, like the banner, so you can tell what it is, and then put on it. If you're interested, like a bit about me, and then just saying if you're interested in me having your car reviewed on the channel, get in touch, and an email address. And then if I see an interesting car, I'm going to put one of these cards under the windscreen wipers, and hopefully that might cause a few hits for people local, because obviously I'm not going to do it for miles away. What does everybody reckon? Does anybody reckon that would be cool? Or if it happened to you, would you think, who's this bellend? A 63 plate, is that? Yeah, that's quite good. I like them. I prefer the Honda Civics from that era, though. Even though the estate Civic looks a bit Bit weird. £20 tax. Yeah, I like that idea. £20 tax a year. It is bad books. I did regret saying it, to be honest, on there, because there's a lot of PC-ness about that word, isn't there? Jimmy Quinn says he's got a C-Max 2-litre turbo diesel Erto. Good cars, but crap MGP. MPG. My dad's got is it a C-Max? And that's an automatic gearbox, but it's not like a traditional automatic, is it? It's like a manual gearbox with automatic shifting, I think. Oh, thank you, Rob. It took me a while to translate that. We're like, oh yeah. So cards is a good idea, said Robot Simon. Portsmouth is a long way from me. Portsmouth is like pretty much as far south as you can get in it before you get wet. I'm just looking back on the video of like literally nobody being there because I've run off to get something. Oh, Trace, right, I'll fill you in. Lovely Tracy. So I was saying, I saw a Streetwise near work, and it got me thinking, should I get some little cards made up, like business cards sort of thing, that kind of, they've got the YouTube channel logo on them, and then just a bit of information about what I do, and then an email address that I've created just for the channel, so I can leave them under people's windscreen wipers of cars that I think are interesting and I'd like to film, asking them if they want to have the car featured, and then they can email me. I can explain what I do and stuff. Rob seems to think it's a good idea, and I think it's a good idea, even if it's just so I get loads of business cards, basically. Oh no, bad books. Don't tell me that. I like ZS's. Right, bad books, tell me. Thank you, Ivor. I thought it was a good idea too. Jimmy, thank you. Bad books, tell me, and be honest, is it a hatchback or a saloon MG ZS? That's a pivotal answer. Also, I have to point out that Cole's ZS is epic, and I can't wait to have a go in that thing. It did offer for me to have a go in it, but I thought I don't want to sort of spend loads of time dragging his car around, so I'm going to arrange like a separate thing. Simone, hang on, we need this for you, Simone. Where are we? There we go. It's just for you, Simone, for your birthday. I hope that's a car name that you've come up with there, Gareth, and you're not just insulting Simone as soon as she appears. Ah, yes, good idea. Postcard sized or business card. Postcard A6 will be more noticeable and not dismissed as a piece of flying rubbish that's got caught. I'm getting it in early, Simone. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Tracy, because I was thinking when I was saying business cards, I was like, yeah, so maybe bigger than business cards. I'm making mental notes, and I'm also making paper notes because my mental notes are stupid. So cards, big than business. There you go. That makes sense, doesn't it? So we've got the lovely Simone here, who is a very freshly from her birthday, which was yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it, Simone? So you are X number of years and 1 day old. How does it feel to be X number of years and 1 day old, Simone? Rob A3 size. Hang on a second. Hang on one little second. Right, are we ready for this? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Now bear with me. Just bear with me here while I'm doing something. Just talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, right, hang on then. Are you ready? Happy birthday for Simone. In a jazz style. I hope you had a good day, Simone. I hope you had lots of fun doing your little worky job. Happy birthday, Simone. Happy birthday to you. There we go. That was just for you, Simone. You got a jazz happy birthday. I might just take it back now after that comment. Yeah, I did. Jimmy Quinn. It sounds like slow stripping music. What, jazz? Jazz? Well, don't know what to say about that. Is there a metal one? There's a cinematic one. There you go. We should have done that. We should have all waited for Simone to come in and then sang that. Although you'd only hear me singing. I'm not sure you want to hear that. Anyway, whatever. So where did we get up to? Oh dear. You've gone grey? What, in that one day? You can't have gone grey in one day. Besides, you wear a hat anyway, a cool hat. So nobody's ever going to know. Don't tell anybody. I've gone grey and pink. A3 sized. A1 would cover most windscreens. A0 would cover the car. Maybe what I need to do, instead of getting like business cards, is like get like them windscreen toppers, you know, the sun strips at the top, and just put them on, and then don't tell them, and then somebody will be like, hang on, what's that on my car? And then call the police. Yeah, honestly, Simone, that's what I was looking for before I picked the jazz one. There isn't any. I'm only looking on YouTube stuff, so it doesn't get a content hit. But no, there isn't a heavy metal one. There's a dance electronic one. That doesn't sound like dance electronic. That sounds like jazz again. There's a happy birthday bossa nova. Who don't like a bit of bossa nova? Happy birthday to you. Oh, it's a bit slower than me. Happy birthday to you, Simone. There we go. You've got loads of birthdays tunes now. That's you're spoiled with happy birthdays. Honestly. Jimmy Quinn says, in your band, Simon, are you the singer? At the moment, I'm part drummer, part singer, part guitarist. Because we're doing a mix-ups. Trying to keep things fresh. That's a good idea. Oh, yeah, I'm going to say my first impression, Pingo, is, yeah, parking ticket size and colour is a good idea until they open it and then they get annoyed with me. So, there we go. Polka. I don't think there is a polka one. It's a pretty crappy thing. And that were a bossa nova one. There's a samba one, a mambo one. There's an 80s one. And there's a funk one. It's the same person that's done all these. They need to get a life. And we need to get a life. You don't sing anymore. Did you used to sing, Simone? Because be careful what you say after this question. You might be walking yourself into a YouTube song mashup. Because I am honestly very up for that. If anybody wants to do a song mashup, hit me up. I'm quite up for doing song mashups and stuff. Rosy Cheeks. Tracy's Afterburn Tribemonger. The real question is, does Norman Mallet have his itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini on underneath? Hang on, I'll have a look. No, I've got Hulk pants on because my butt is Hulk-like. Bontempi organ style. You know what? When I first started watching Bote, he'd just bought that organ and he were on about finding a stool so that he could sit on while he plays that organ. And he's still not got a stool to sit on while he plays that organ. I do not think that he plays that organ. Simone says, Simon is a one-man band. Pretty much. If you listen to my stuff, admittedly the drums are programmed and the keyboards are programmed, but everything else is me. Every chuffing other thing is me. It sounds like the start of Dr. No. Great film. Yeah, I agree. Oh, did anybody, Simon and Simone, sing the greatest hits of Bow Wow Wow? That would be great, Stu. Did anybody know whether Mustard's doing a stream? Because I didn't check. So we need somebody to check whether Mustard's doing a stream so we don't overrun into it. If you would be so kind. I'm sure I missed some out. Let's have a look. Blackline says, I watched a 20-minute video about pipe organs yesterday after one about someone getting purposely bitten by bloodworms to see if it hurt. YouTube is a strange place. It is. I went to the cathedral in Doncaster, and that's apparently got quite a special pipe organ in there. But they are interesting, those, from an engineering point of view, because quite a lot of the pipe work's really intricate. Not after the wiper video. I don't know what I was referring to, Rob, but I bet it was funny. Simone says, I did, but that was 20 years ago. It's all right. You never lose the ability, Simone. Just your voice changes a bit like mine. But seriously, if you want to get back into it, I'm super up for doing stuff like that. But it was a Neil Diamond tribute singist. He was Bad Bucks. He was. Yeah. And he made a lot of money out of it, apparently, because he bought the company that did the stuff. But I don't know. It's never been, the tribute thing has never been something I've been interested in. I've always shied away from that. Simone says, I don't want to see Boaty playing with his organ. Not even sat down. Why don't I see these messages? It's right annoying. Unless they're from like a million light years ago, which is obviously a time, not a distance. No sign of Mustard yet. So is he not posted that he's going to do start again? He's not posted that he's going to do a stream then. I feel conscious that I've been sat looking over there rather than at you guys. And I need to give you guys the attention you deserve. Because that's why you're here. What? I hope you can still hear me when I'm doing that. Because that's why you're here. Obviously, that's the only reason why people join live streams. Is because they want the attention. And they want to know that someone is looking out for them, as well as them looking out for that person, which is sort of, what's that word that means that one thing helps the other that helps that. symbiotic. It's a symbiotic relationship between the YouTuber and the YouTube viewer. The YouTube viewer gets the attention of the YouTuber, and the YouTuber gets the stress of talking bollocks for an hour and a half in front of the YouTube viewers. It's a symbiotic relationship. A bit like the midichlorians. Oh, blooming heck, mustard. How am I supposed to call my streams the honey before the mustard if there's no blue? Well, I suppose actually it's not a lie, is it? Because he's going to do one at some point, I think. No sign of live mustard. Well, God damn it, live mustard, where are you in our hour of need? It just means I'll carry on until you guys get bored or I get bored. Black lines. It was a video by Anna Lapwood explaining how pipe organs work. She's basically an octopus. Hello, yes. Oh yeah, actually, could you get hold of Anna Lapwood for me? Yeah, I want to know what she can do that's basically like an octopus. Oh well, I'm assuming it's not that sort of thing, to be honest. There's the people that do that sort of thing. There is, so if you can get their number as well, that'd be great. Thank you. Do I have to have a look at this Anna Lapwood? I mean, the the name Lapwood is is already producing some. Anna Lapwood, organist. What there? I'm sure I've seen her on something. It is funny how as soon as someone starts to become known for something, they get loads of these like glamour pictures set up, but all the things beforehand are a bit dorky. And I say glamour pictures in the loosest sense of the word. Where did we get up to? I have turned the screen off. Where did you get the top from? I look like an old perv. Tracy, I got this from H&M about. It's got. I'm trying to think. Udge, were it just when we moved into this house? Because I'm sure it were. Cottonwood. Or it might not have been H&M then. No, TK Maxx. Is there a TK Maxx at Cottonwood? Am I making shit up now? I don't know. I don't know where I got it from, Trace. But it was a long time ago. Yeah, it's one of them things. It's like it's not really waterproof. It's just you're supposed to wear a t-shirt under it, but I'm not wearing a t-shirt under it. How rude! How rude! I did expect it to make more noise and annoy the microphoneness of it all, but it seems fine. Jimmy Quinn is laughing. I assume that's laughing at my humour and not at me. Or it is her own humour, maybe. Oh, you had a phone call. Hope everything's all right, Simone. Ujid says, it was a few years ago, yeah, but not sure when. Was it Kiln Away, mate? Oh, yeah, you might be right. Yeah, it was Kiln Away. It was definitely Kiln Away. Greenwood says, thumbs up. That hand looks a bit weird, though, doesn't it? It's like, are people's thumbs really that thick compared to the fingers? Might not. Gareth Williams says, Matalan. Again, it's nice for you to come up with little pet names for me, Gareth, but one, I hardly know you, and two, Matalan's a terrible pet name. I assume what you're saying is Matalan at Cottonwood. Yeah, it would definitely TK Maxx. And it would have been Kiln Away one. Now then, Ivor, you've summoned the demon. So I hope you're satisfied. So you have asked a question. How is the... Hang on. Hello? You're through to Wine Tasting Anonymous. Anonymous. Do. Anonymous. Do. Yeah? Yeah, I can do if you want. Yeah, Gareth's just asked me the same thing. No, Ivor's just asked me the same thing, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go through that. Yeah. No, I won't pour it down myself like I'm in Flashdance. No. All right, bye. So yeah, the wine. So this is Yellowtail Jammy Roo, I think it's called. And I've only recently got into. I've only recently started paying attention to wines. God, it sounds so pretentious, doesn't it? But I'm going to carry on. And this has been my favourite. So the reason why I discovered this one is because we gave a treadmill away to someone in my team at work. And they said, how much do you want for it? And I said, no, it was just getting it away, really. So they said, oh, I'll get you a couple of bottles of wine. What do you want? And I said, just, I don't know, red, rosé, I don't care, whatever. I'm not really a wine drinker, so I didn't specify anything. And one of them they got was this Jammy Roo. And it's really nice. It's like velvet. It's sort of dead smooth, really heavy and fruity. It's kind of like having alcoholic fruit juice to a certain extent, if that makes sense. You know, like some wines are quite tart or a bit, I don't know, a bit light. This is like a really nice one, and it's not too expensive. And it's I'll do the thing that all wine drinkers do. Yeah, exactly, Pingu. So when you get the wine and then you spin it around in your glass like this, and you see how long it takes to come down off the side of the glass. Obviously not in this glass because it's filthy and it's falling to bits. But when you do that, if you see how long it takes for the wine to drip back down the thing, that's if it takes a while, that's called the wine having legs. If it doesn't take long, then obviously it doesn't have legs. I don't know what it means. It's just something I picked up. But it has a delightful bouquet. Reminds me of the pert breasts of a 22-year-old I once met in Durham University. And the taste. Oh, reminds me of the summer evenings I spent in Durham, tonsillating this fine felly. Delightful. There you go. That's a wine review. How do you like that? So Simone says, my mum has C19 and my sister-in-law is not. Oh no, so you're going through terrible times there. Yeah, that's horrible, Simone. I hope you're okay. I know this is to be honest, I'm going to say it again, and you're probably fed up with me saying it, but I know we've only talked a couple of times on the stream, or once on the stream, and chatted, and I met you in real life, and I think you're amazing. You're a really cool person, and I kind of feel like I can get on with you like that. So if you ever need anything, just ring me or ping me a message and say you're free to talk. If I'm at work, I'll finish your call, put myself in personal, and I'll ring you. Just whatever you need, just give me a bell, because we need to stick together as YouTubers, and especially as YouTubers that are nearly the same age and have nearly the same name. I mean, how's that even possible? Pingu called me a wine yob. Thank you. I totally agree. Simone says she can't drink wine. I had a non-alcoholic wine the other day, Simone, if that helps. Although it was crap, so I don't have it. Tracy says, because Uji unmonitored it, she said, sounded like you said wank tasting, and I feel dirty now. Have you never tasted a wank, Tracy? It's weird. What do you mean nobody at the other end, Jimmy? There's people there. Otherwise, how would it be a phone? There's always, literally, my whole day is spent talking to people on phones, and I know from that there's always somebody at the other end, except when there's not. Tracy says, definitely need to do wine tasting reviews. Oh dear, adds it to the list. I feel I must take just a couple of minutes now just to apologise that that I know Mustard's and Boaty's streams aren't. I don't feel that mine are the same in some respects. I know Mustard and Boaty seem to be more about the comments and interacting with you guys and stuff. Whereas I feel that I sometimes go off on tangents and I might get a bit out of control. So if it appears to be a bit haphazard and a bit not thought out, I apologise. I swear down there's direction. I have got direction. I just go off on one sometimes. So I apologise for that. But if you're enjoying it, then I don't apologise, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tracy says, I just laughed so hard I have whiplash. Stu says, Simon is Sheffield's answer to Oz Clark. I'd prefer to be May, to be honest. Simone says, can I have 50 quid, please? Again, I'm going to say this, Simone. If you are ever stuck, just obviously ring me and I'll see what we can sort out. We don't need Simone struggling. Simone shouldn't be struggling. We need her to be safe and happy. There you go. Black Lines. I thought Simone turned 21 yesterday. Exactly. No, it would have been 22 because you were 21 when I did my video, remember? So happy 22nd birthday for yesterday, Simone. Stu says his non-alcoholic wine, basically Vimta, is basically gash, honestly, Stu. That's what it is. It was disgusting. And then the only reason I bought it is because Julie don't like alcohol. And we went to my mum's for Mother's Day. That's when it were. And I ended up drinking all the stuff. In fact, I had to leave like that much in bottom of bottle because I just couldn't stomach it drinking anymore. It was just vile. There were no flavour to it. It just had a horrible aftertaste. Ugh. Yay, Pingu! HJ Rover has just arrived. Let's all have a moment to celebrate this. Is there a long applause? Let's have a look. We'll go for this one. And then obviously we'll add this. Oh, I finished. So yay, cool. So HD Rover's now at Pingu's safe hands, and it will become the car that it always deserved to be, with a new exhaust, hopefully. Maybe a fatter, louder one, because that's what people like, fat and loud. Where did we get up to? Poor old Tracy. She is a good girl. She is. Hudson clapping. So I hope so too. My sister-in-law was a heavy smoker and her right lung collapsed. Ooh. So I assume she's on like a ventilator or something then, Simone, at this point. I mean, the thing with stuff like that is at least nowadays we're getting quite good at medicine, aren't we? So going back 30 or 40 years, it would have been... Yeah, 30 or 40 years would have been 80s, wouldn't it? Yeah, 30 or 40 years ago would have been a different story on there, but we are getting quite good. We're stuff like that, especially with like the dreaded C as well. That seems to be getting better. So fingers crossed for stuff. I was thinking that Black Lines actually. So again, something that Simone does, she uses StreamYard. Yeah. So I'm thinking, well, at one point I will do it, but I plan on getting used to that and seeing how it works from the streamer's side. And then when we have these chats, I can stream on YouTube, and all you have to do is click on a link, and it takes you into a waiting room, and then you can join in the streaming chat. So we'll get that going, Black Lines. Don't worry about it. It's just at the moment, honestly, there's been times where I've had nothing to do after work at all. But nowadays we've got this on a Tuesday, band practice for like 4 hours on a Wednesday. I try and do one of these on a Friday, Saturdays and Sundays are getting obliterated by stuff that I can't do during the week. But I'm just making excuses now. I should really just put my arse in gear and have a look. Bad Book says he doesn't like wine because it makes him get pissed. Fair enough. Tracy says, when I move my little pink finger icon thing out of the way, Simon, always embrace your own live stream weirdness. It's why we watch you and not anyone else. Oh, thank you, Trace. You know what? I'm gonna give you all an insight into my personal psyche right now. So probably 2 or 3 months ago. How many of these have I done? 7. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. 3 or 4 months ago, I probably wouldn't have done all like this. Even though I've gigged in nightclubs and pubs and been front man for like 3 or 4 different bands and stuff. That's kind of different when you're on stage. You're part of a band, so even if you're front man, you've still got your mates at the side of you, and if you stop doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, there's still 3 other people doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's not quite as bad. But I think from my first live stream, I feel more confident doing this sort of stuff, and yeah, it's kind of something I've got through work as well, because I used to do, or still do, training and coaching for people, so I kind of get used to talking in public, although it's not really public, is it? So yeah, I just feel more confident doing this, and it's actually quite fun, and I like the interactivity. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you for the kind words. And now I've lost your message, so I don't know where I was again. I found your message. I know where I was. Ivor says, this has been a great laugh. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Ivor. Is this the first one you've joined? I don't remember seeing you on there before. And again, I apologise if I've met you in person, but your name's not Ivor or Howard, because I can't remember. And I feel, again, and Rob will join me in this, in knowing exactly how hard this is for me to say on there. But Bad Books, I'm pretty sure you did tell me what your name was at the meet, and I honestly, as soon as you said your Bad Books, your actual name just went right out of my head, and I can't remember what your actual name is. So I really apologise, Bad Books. If I never call you your name, it's because I can't remember, and I was too awkward to ask you again later that day. So you'll always be Bad Books to me unless you tell me your name, and then I'll write it down. If I ever do a meet, I'm going to need to have people write down the YouTube name and the real name underneath it, so I know who people are. Mark, why did I not remember that? My brother's called. What the hell was that? Oh, it was a walkie-talkie. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, my brother's called Mark. Why did I not remember that? Right, Rob, Bad Books is called Mark. Oh dear. Right, thank you. And again, I apologise. Ah, dear. Right, thank you, Bad Books. Again, apologies. Right, where did we get on to? Oh my God, Simone, yes! Brilliant. I'm getting too excited by stuff tonight. Simone says, Simon, I'm going to make a film on Pinky soon. That's amazing. I love your footage for bike stuff. I've said it a million times. I need to go back to Tracy's comment in a second. I've said it a million times. I wish we lived closer so I could come in and help you out mechanicking stuff and help you video stuff and stuff. It'd be amazing. And I am this year planning, whether it's with Judge or without Judge, in doing a bit of a trip down south, because I need to go and see my mate who lives in Kent, and I want to come over and see you, Simone. And I think done chops around south somewhere. And I'm sure there's a few other people that I've spoke to that are down that way. Did you say either? Anyway, but what I'll do is I'll advertise it way before, and so I can try and arrange like a bit of a tour. But yeah, it'd be cool to come and meet you down south, and there, Simone, and get some stuff recorded, hang out for a bit if that's cool. I thought I just saw the word latex, but I didn't. I did not see the word latex, so I don't know what's going on with my brain. Pingu, Bad Book says, Pingu, late for HJ to arrive. Did Boaty fax him over to you? Tracy says, fat and loud, have you met me then? Bless you. You're a darling. Where did we get to? Simone says, I'm going to make a film on Pinky soon. Yeah, just go and cover that one, Simon. Come on. Stu said, beat you to my joke. How far is Exeter from you? I'm going to a car show there soon. But from me, Simone, it's like miles and miles away. I think, is that the one that you posted a Facebook post about on there? See, this is why I need to make it sometime in the summer so I can kind of spend a week just travelling around. But I also need to make Margaret making a squeaky noise, and also her engine were a bit rattly when I got back. And I don't know whether anybody else with Fs or TFs has had this same thing. But you check the oil on the dipstick and it's like just below minimum. So I top it up. But then the oil's all the way up the dipstick pretty much because of that stupid tube. So then I have to leave it for ages, like a day, and then check it again. And it's still right at the bottom. So I don't know what's going on. But she needs an oil change as well. So I'm not too concerned at the moment. But yeah, I need to decide what car I'm going down in. Whether it's one of the old ones or Civic. I'd like to come down on bike actually, but that'd just be like 4 hours on a motorway on a bike. That doesn't sound comfy. Cool. I thought you were either. We've got back down to Bad Books being called Mark or Mark being called Bad Books. Which way around would you say it? Because when I handed your gift over somehow to is it Aaron or Sheldon? I still can't make out what his name is. Classic Britain, his channel. I said, oh, this is for Simone. Can you tell us Simon left it? And then I thought, well, the only time that I've ever chatted to him on his channel, on his live fingers, is when it comes up as Project MGTF. So do you say that your name's your YouTube name first and then your actual name after, or do you do it the other way around? It's confusing. What's the YouTube etiquette? Who knows? Who cares? Rob says, no one has names on YouTube. How dare you call me Rob? Sorry about that, Herbert. No, Harold, not Herbert. Because earlier on that message, Rob, I did put Herbert. Then I thought, oh, there's the pervert Herbert on Family Guy, so that's probably a name to avoid. So Harold. The only Harold I could remember is the one from Neighbours that died, but then didn't die. Black Lion said, I used to enjoy streaming, making videos, but my mental health took a dive over the last couple of years and it sort of kills your motivation and confidence. Working on getting it back. Yeah, I can imagine Black Lions. It kind of is a bit difficult sometimes when you're having sort of hard times to deal with on there. And I'm glad you're working on getting it back. That's cool. Remind me where you are again. Did I think it was Liverpool and it's Lancashire or something, or the other way around? Or is it Liverpool and I thought Newcastle? Anyway, whatever it is, when things start getting warmer again and longer nights and stuff, we'll have to do like a joint video if you want. I'm up for it. I'll start circulating my YouTube email address and stuff to get things moving again. I'm so bad at stuff like that. I've got that imposter syndrome sometimes. I mean, Aaron is his real name, Sheldon isn't it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've only got 180 followers. Anybody would think I were like bloody in Hubnut territory. But yeah, I just sometimes I feel like why 180 people following this blood of rubbish? Oh, of course, man. Yeah, glad you're up for it. Oh yeah, Chops is in Devon, isn't it? Yeah. Either Howard is his real name. Okay, this year you're one of the few. I think Carl Davis is one of the other one that uses the real name. Jesus, best think of a new name then. Tracy, giving Black Lions the support of the community. Good old Trace. Black Lines is Steve. Oh, who did this funny Steve thing? Oh, it's does anybody watch? I always say shed on a shoestring, but it's shoestring shed, which is even more difficult to say. And Jimmy on there he's got his Uncle Steve, and he always calls him Uncle Steve. So that's kind of funny. But that always reminds me, anytime anybody says Steve, even if it's a customer ringing up at work, so I've got this mental image of Jimmy Biscuits going, Steve! I'm sure it's Uncle Steve that he says looks like Hagrid. Hagrid, honestly. It's good, Black Lines. It's good to. I think, speaking from my personal experience, and everybody's experience in mental health is always different. There's always different ways people get affected by different things. But in mine, it was more realizing that it's not the norm to feel low and unmotivated. I think is probably the best way of putting it. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody always has highs and lows all the time, but sometimes with me it kind of felt that I'd gone down, so the highs weren't as high and the lows were lower than before. And it's just, I think the changing point for me were realizing that and just being conscious of it, really. And there's no magic fix, no matter what people on Instagram tell you. There's no, I was so unhappy, but then I lost 40 pounds, and now look at me, I'm super happy and a gym bunny. Things don't happen like that. Mental health's more complicated than an Instagram post. So yeah, keep working at it, and obviously if there's anything that the community can help you with, let us know. And hopefully it's getting summer, so there'll be more people to meet up with and stuff. So that'll be wicked cool. Is that for me, Simone? Steal Roger Botty and camp in it? I don't think I'd want to camp in Roger Botty. I don't trust it's not going to blow up. I'm quite looking forward to him using that, though. I think they've got that caravan, and if Pingu's still on, if he's not run off to fix HJ already, it were pretty sure it was Pingu that arranged it all. It was a really good move, that. Having a caravan is a really good move, I think. I can imagine that being really cool and turning up to shows, whatever cars they've brought, and Roger Botty, they've got their own little community hub there. Anybody that's watching the channels is going to know what it is. Get it distinctive. Set up somewhere where there's one room there for a bit, the other one there for a bit, they're both there for a bit doing a live stream. They've got the makings there. They've got the makings there of an absolutely amazing product, a unique selling point for their channel, I think. They just need to embrace it. Get everything sorted, make plans, make sure they stick to the plans and make sure they do things. Otherwise, it can just go off at rails and get forgotten about. So come on. Come on, Boaty. Come on, Mustard. You can do it. You ready for the power? Is it, what was that guy? Is it, was it LeBeouf? What's his first name? The guy that played him in Transformers movies. Anyway, he goes, just do it! Like that. Can't remember what his name is. There's some girl's name. It's a girly name and then LeBeouf at the end. Come on, Juju, you knew what I'm on about, so I don't look like an idiot just going, Rrr! So there. Aaron is a real name. Only call him Sheldon online. Cool beans. Juju says, I hope I come down south to you, Simon, which is me. Hopefully I feel better with myself then. Yeah, well, we'll see, Shu. It's not only a one-time deal. Ivor says, can you send any links to your YouTube, please? Are you on about my YouTube or Simone's YouTube on there? Tracy says, having been part of online communities since forever, which is like totally Valley Girl, isn't it there? Like, totally having been part of online communities since like forever, girlfriend. It's your name first then your real name first. Sorry, start again. It's your online name first, then your real first name, then spend the rest of your life replying to your online names. It is true. It is true. It is true. Even on Twitch, innit, Trace? You do Twitch stuff, don't you? Twitch is worse. Twitch, to me, feels like YouTube's at least got people my age on it. Twitch just feels like it's loads of people that are like under 30, and they all spend the days literally trolling through memes on the internet, and then they make a vague reference that everybody else gets apart from me, because I'm like, what are you on about? I don't know what you're on about. Wait, what? The Aaron guy doesn't have a driving license? That's unexpected. That's a shock. Oh, yeah, I hope he gets it soon. That'd be like a whole new horizon for him, being like, because he's into his business buying and selling car parts. It's normally the kind of thing that you need to be mobile for. George Rogerbotty said, "Sorry, what? Wrong live stream. I was looking for Simon, not Timmy Mallett." Everybody's loving this top. Maybe this will have to be my live stream top now. Or maybe it's going to have to be my car show top so people recognise me. My car show thing was generally, I've got like a jacket that you can see your ribs and flowers on it. So, and then I got my cape, which is up there. Maybe I'm just going to have blooming outfits. Oh, honestly, I'm such a devil. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying now. Sorry, Blackline, because I thought you were Newcastle because of your accent. But now you say you live near Scunthorpe. I had a lecturer at college called Bruce Cox, and he was from Scunthorpe, and we always used to say, Bruce Cox put the in Scunthorpe. I'm sure you can guess which part of Scunthorpe we said. I don't believe you, Jimmy Quinn. I don't believe you for 1 second. George Roger Botty says, "You'd love to be camping, Roger Botty, what? I don't think there's any other state to be in Roger Botty. They should definitely... It's getting to that time now where they can start doing stuff with Roger Botty. Like, what about... Yeah, I don't know how they'd go on with the locals, though. What about having a night meet at Project Nigel Yard? And then everybody's going to drive back, though, so that's a problem. Oh, sorry, I could stay over. I could stay over just by putting back seats down in Henrietta, making a bed. Oh, really? Smo, I've lost your message now. Where's it gone? It might seem strange, but I suffer with bad anxiety, from bad anxiety. It's horrible, isn't it, Smo? Yeah, again, another little confession. There's more people than I thought that suffer from anxiety. And yeah, I kind of, because of what I went through, well, it's tiny compared to what some people are going through, so I'll not mention it again on there. But yeah, I take anxiety tablets. I've took a lot less of them, so per day since about a month ago on there. So I only take like 1 or 2 a day on there. But it's more of a common thing than I realised on there. Like when I was talking to the doctor about anxiety, and if anybody going through the same thing, I don't mind talking about it. If they want to ask me questions, blah, 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 I don't mind talking about it. It's not really a serious thing for me on there. But yeah, I take anxiety tablets. They're pretty much the lowest dose you can take, really. And they do help. They do help. I felt, before I started taking them, I felt like I was constantly under pressure and jittery. But then since I started taking them, calmed down a lot. And it just means I can function a bit more. And as I say, I've started to sort of wean myself off them now. So I really don't take any at weekends, and maybe 2 a day at 10 milligrams, I think it is, in the week. Yeah, so it's like a lot better since I got my final thing from the other thing that I had on there. But again, anybody wants to ask questions about that, obviously you don't have to ask in this thing. And if you don't know what I'm on about, I mentioned it on another thing. But yeah, just message me separately if you want to ask questions. I'm quite happy to answer. I'm on Facebook. You can message me on there. I don't know whether you can private message on YouTube. I think you can only comment on videos, can't you? Which is a bit rubbish. But yeah, you know where I am. You know where I am, bros and broettes. Oh, there's Rob showing his support for Black Lines. Thank you, Rob. Ivor says, I'm always feeling low all the time. It's YouTube and people like you, Simone and Sheldon, keep me going. I mean, I'm not joking. Thank you. Oh, Ivor, that's cool that it's good when you find things that kind of give you that bit of release from day-to-day nonsense on there. I feel we need to interject with a bit of sexy sax music just while I have a drink and get my throat back. There we go. It worked for me. I don't know about anybody else. Oh, everybody's. I'm feeling the love here. Stu says Shia LaBeouf. That's it. Thank you. So, if anybody wondered what the hell I was doing, going just do it. Shia LaBeouf. If you find that video, it must be on YouTube and a million other places. That's quite an affirming thing, actually, considering what we've just been talking about. Yeah, find it. It's just Shia LaBeouf going like, you feel you can't do this, you can't do that, just do it. And he is obviously mental. He's obviously mental, but amazing. And then Black Lines, thanking Rob. Oh God, all the messages are jumping again. I must be popular if my messages are jumping. It's all good. I just work too much and forget to relax. It's important. Ended up with panic attacks. So be more careful now to look after myself. Definitely Black Lines. Definitely look after yourself. And as I say, anxiety stuff's always a pain in the ass, but you can control it. It's not the end. The problem with panic attacks is it's at that time you feel like that's it. It's the end of the world, because that's what a panic attack is, isn't it, to a certain extent? But it's not, and it's just it's difficult, but you will get past them, and if you can get help for them, and it does sort of get less and less, from my experience anyway. Oh, Mark, that's awful. So Mark just saying Black Lines, credit to you for getting there. My brother's had anxiety for 9 years and become unemployed, an unemployed hermit. Hard to know how to help. It's true, Mark. Yeah, and I think sometimes it can be just as hard, if not harder, being the person that's sort of, watching the person going through that sort of thing, because what can you do to help? It's sort of, most of the time it's something that people have to deal with themselves, and it must be, yeah, I can imagine it's difficult to sort of see someone in that situation and not know exactly how you can make their situation better, really. There's a lot of things like that, isn't they? I mean, all we can do is just be there for people, really. Yeah, and it's just nice. Everybody warm and fuzzy on this chat tonight. I like that, despite the insane ramblings of this face that's coming at you. Everybody's overcoming the insane ramblings of this face and being nice to one another. So thank you for creating a warm, fuzzy feeling in our YouTube community this evening. And I hope Mustard weren't planning on doing a live stream, otherwise he'll be sat in his kitchen like this, not doing all. Well, it's his own fault for not advertising it. So there you go. Get practicing with that GoPro. Although I didn't leave him a charging lead, so I don't even know whether he can charge battery up once he's used it. But he knows where I am on Facebook, as does everybody. Honestly, message me on Facebook if you need anything. I'll try. I'm not made of money, but I've got an ear. Well, I've got 2 ears, and I can listen to people and talk to people if they just want to forget about stuff. That's what we're all here for, to help each other and talk about crap cars. Well, mine are crap anyway. Stu says Twitch is for the youth. It is true. Ivor Howard says I'm 58. I can't remember what we were talking about, Ivor. But do you use Twitch a lot then? And you're 58? If that's the case, you're the exception to the rule. Tracy says my husband has lived with terrible anxiety, including panic attacks that put him in A&E thinking he was dying most of his life, and nothing has worked to sort it out. Can I help you? Do you need something? Do you want to come up here? Do you want to say hello to the YouTube people? Cookie? Wait. No? Alright, okay. Apparently Cookie don't want to say hello. She wants to stare at a cupboard door and hang on. Come here. Come here. You've met Jack. Ugh. No, I mean Cookie. Cookie is the tiny, tiny, tiny one who's so tiny, and she's a bit inquisitive. Whereas Jack's a bit sort of scared and a bit more cautious. Cookie, you're kind of below camera angle there. Well, you might be able to see bits of her. What are you doing? Cookie likes beer, but she doesn't like wine. That's an interesting fact. So yeah, Trace, it can be sort of debilitating. Is that the word? Is that what I'm trying to say? But anyway, yeah, they can be terrible panic attacks. They can. Hopefully, they'll find something that helps on there. Well, if Tracy's husband is watching, then hello, and I hope you find something that works for you, because there's many different sort of, well, not cures, but ways of coping, isn't they? I mean, one of the things they always say is sort of exercise helps, but to be honest, if I was feeling low, there's nothing I want to do about exercise. I don't like exercising. To me, I'd much rather go out on motorbike. That's kind of my main stress reliever, and it's not about riding fast. It's about you having to concentrate 1,000% on what you're doing, and that's kind of what relaxes me, I think. And that's the same with working on cars, I think. If anybody else feels the same way, I hope this is still working. Yeah. If anybody else feels the same way, like working on cars, is you have to concentrate on what you're doing. That's kind of the therapeutic side for me. Stu says Milne Row is a scary place after hours. Stu, are you the one that lives near the Cookie? Lives near the yard and goes to that Istanbul for kebabs and stuff. Yeah, Jimmy. Why don't people use their real names on YouTube? Yeah. Why don't we make it a law where everybody has to use the real name everywhere? And I definitely wouldn't be Monkey Fondue on loads of stuff. Whoa, that's an interesting comment there, Black Lines. It says, Tracy, yeah, panic attacks are the worst thing ever. Crippling, sometimes totally out of the blue. Yeah. If it helps, I got my back clicked at a chiro and it cured 90% of mine. Wow. I wonder what the thing is with that. I mean, yeah, I wonder what the connection is there. It's got to be some sort of nerve thing, hasn't it? Because that's the only thing it can be. Cool. Oh, thanks, Trace. Yeah, regards anxiety. Oh, thanks, Stu. Yeah, much respect to you now. Oh, yes, man, I can get that. Confrontation causes really bad anxiety and depression, and I get paranoid. Yeah, I mean, I assume you mean like confrontation, as in when you have to deal with sort of difficult situations and stuff. Um, yeah, I can see that. And this is something that humans do, and I apologise because it's not the right thing. But every time someone writes a comment, I try and think how I've been in that situation, and then I think the confrontation one is like, I think I'm kind of the person, you know, where you have a fight or flight response, don't you? I think I'm more of the standing my ground person. I'm trying to think when I have tricky calls at work, and it's kind of sometimes it's difficult because we're not allowed to sort of match the customer, if that makes sense. We've got to kind of back down, so it's a bit. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky. And even like I've been in a couple of situations face to face where I've had confrontations with people in pubs mainly, which is in Penistone generally. These things have happened, which is another story altogether. And I've kind of reacted in the same way without thinking about it. So yeah, I can imagine it's kind of a bit of a like, I suppose you're kind of feeling a bit oppressed, aren't you? Feeling like you've been your personality or your personage has been sort of repressed slightly, and I can imagine why that brings out sort of depression because you're feeling under control by something else that you can't control, and then anxious that you don't want it to happen again on there. Oh, Mark, yeah, my brother's on 2 different meds, and if he runs out, it's a hell of a mess. There's a lot of it out there, isn't there? Hopefully, well, at least he's got you there looking after him on their bad books, so that's cool. Does he have like any hobbies and stuff that you can sort of work on together, or sort of trying just to get that like a bit of a release going? However, Howard says, Careless Whisper was my ex's son, and it upsets me when I hear it. Okay, I'll not play it again then either. That's not a problem. There's other nonsense for me to play. Rob. Rob says an American regional channel would now have a really inappropriate product placement. Thank God for body form. Ooh, body form for you. I can't wait for me and you to meet up at Oh dear. And you guys as well, you better be prepared for me and Rob's nonsense YouTube content for about 4.5 years after we meet up for that one weekend. Rob says, let me put my serious face back on. Rob says, I have to take meds to help me sleep. If I go to bed without, I am too wired and walk around the house fiddling and messing. Okay. Is it because, again, I'm doing that bad thing that humans do and they shouldn't do, but I'm comparing situations to my own personal experience on there. And yeah, I think, to be honest, not getting sleep is one of the things that brings me sort of anxiety and a bit of a grumpy face. And that's kind of part of the reason why I've been absent from both is streams at night, because they just go on too late. And if I'm having to get up at like 6, I'm not getting enough sleep and I just wake up feeling crap. And then if I got to go into office, I'm just like a massive grumpy bastard for the rest of the day. Oh God, there's loads of messages I'm not caught up with. Ooh, a cat. Yeah, she's called Cookie. I say she's the least anxious one, but she's also the smallest, like Jack. Or Uji, I'll have to tell you how much people weigh, how much the cats weigh, because Jack's massive and Cookie's tiny. And Cookie's one of them cats that's got one fang that sticks out the side of her mouth and the other one goes inside, so she looks all lopsided all the time. So yeah, Cookie's super cuddly, and she purrs like mad. And in the morning when we open bedroom door, she kind of most of the time she's like stealthy. She'll wait outside door really quiet, whereas Jack will like sit there and meow and try and open door. When we open door, Cookie runs in, jumps on Julie's bedside cabinet, jumps across Julie onto the bed and just lays down, and that's it. And now we're catching up with all the kitty messages. Yeah, Cookie didn't do the bumhole thing. That's just Jack. And Jimmy Quinn, my husky would love you. Okay, well, to eat or play with, or she says my dad's from Milnrow and my grandparents still live up there, so visit often. Honestly, I've not been to the yard on a Monday and gone and got lunch. So hang on, I'm a lying sod. I have, because I had them terrible chips and moaned about them noodles. And that was his turn to buy my lunch as well, and I ended up only having them chips. Cookie's been in and gone back out again just now, so she's obviously waiting for me to not be doing this. GPS, OMG, evening, better late than never. This is true. There is a lot of love on here, Ivor. It's very true, and I'm very appreciative of it all. Uji says she's more of a flight and hide type of person. Yeah. Simone says, Simon, I can't fight. The last person I punched was my brother when I was 17, and he laughed at me. Right. If you're ever in this is never going to happen because there's so many things against it. But if you're ever in a situation where you want somebody punching, I'll punch him for you, Simone. Don't worry about it. I mean, you've seen me. You know how small I am. I'm not a big girthy person. But yeah, I'll have a go. I'm not violent either, and Ujaj will tell you that I'm not a violent person. But if I see somebody giving someone that's close to me hassle, and or I know, or I'm sort of friends with hassle, I'll stand up for him. I'll become a wall basically. He can knock me down, but I get back up again quite quick. Pingu, I'm back with another Rover patient. Not for much longer. Did I see a picture of your 200 earlier as well? On Facebook. Stu says, I'm scared of fighting. One man tried to exchange fists with me in Wetherspoons, and I just wanted to write him a strongly worded letter. I don't blame you. I mean, to be honest, my experience with Wetherspoons is that kind of person anyway. GPS OMG says, I'm confrontational. Somebody starts on me, but it depends on the circumstances, I suppose, and the surroundings. Yeah, it's true. The thing that happened to me in Penistone is I was sat with, just going back like a few years, like way before I met Julie and stuff. And me, the first band I was in, there was me, my mate Rob, who I'm still in a band with, and then my mate Darren, who used to be in the band at the time. And we always used to, on a Sunday, we used to go to Winkerbank where Rob lived. We'd practice in the local community hall. Then we'd go to Kilnaway, which had an OK diner there, so we'd have burgers and all that nonsense. I'm sure I've said this before. And then we'd go to Penistone, which is like just north of Sheffield. And there were a few pubs that had bands on a Sunday night. So it was like nice chilled out thing. And it would normally, Darren, the other guy that were driving anyway, so he didn't drink, so me and Rob could have a couple of drinks. And there were one night where we were sat in this pub, and there were this guy and this lady at the bar, and Rob must have looked over to see who that woman were because she was quite attractive. But he must have looked over at the wrong time when her boyfriend were looking at him. So her boyfriend came over and grabbed Rob by the hair and pulled him back off his seat and said, like, why are you staring at my girlfriend? Or something like that. So I jumped up and I was like, leave him alone. And then somebody went and pulled this other guy back, which is a good job because I'm crap at fighting. I'm just like, I just seem to jump up and try and defend people. I'm no good at fighting. There's like no to me. But that was the last time I had any sort of confrontation on there. They were quite funny. Not for Rob, obviously, but looking back, it were quite funny. But I mean, hey, there's like loads of messages on there. Black Line says it takes a lot to get me riled up properly. I much prefer causing death by sarcastic remarks. Silent but deadly. Stu says the most cutting of all deaths is those by sarcasm. It's true. Rob says he's off to bed. And then he says something in German, which I think is "Good night, Zaunerman, Schlaufgutz." Rob must know a mazillion languages. A mazillion is obviously a proper amount. He speaks French. He speaks German. Honestly, and another it's the night of confessions for me. And I've not even got to the reason why I've got a Stanley knife here. I should know how to speak French by now. I've lived with Julie for over 10 years, and honestly, I'm so lazy. And Julie speaks English all the time, way better than me. So that's something I should really sort out, being able to speak French. But I'm always impressed when people can speak other languages. I want to speak Japanese actually, and then it put me on an equal footing with Julie. That might be the reason why I've not learned French, because I feel like I've been outdone before I even started. GPS OMG. Oh my god, right. Yes, I did have a lava lamp for ages and ages and ages. Now then, who did I give it to? I gave it to someone, because the things with lava lamps, I don't know if who's had them and who hasn't had them. They're like really cool to look at and everything. But the fact that you have to have them on for a certain amount of time before the wax melts properly, and then you can't have them on for too long, otherwise the wax goes into tiny little blobs. They're a pain. High maintenance lamps. I prefer this one. That's you can set for different. I don't even know whether you can see it. You can set it for different things. So when I'm talking, it lights up instead, or it just does whatever it wants. It's kind of cool. There's some sort of weird patterns you can go on. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I like lights. If you didn't guess. Ooh, where did I get up to? Simone says, sarcasm, one of my favourite pastimes. Really? You weren't sarcastic when I was there. You just had a cool hat. And then when I started babbling on about nonsense, you did a funny thing with your hat. Hat japes. I should have hashtagged that in there, hat japes. Who had a CB radio in the 80s? I had one in the 90s, but I can't remember what my call sign was. What was your call sign, Jimmy? George Rogerbot is off to bed. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Good nights, Mr. George Rogerbotti. Or is it Sir George Rogerbotti? Or what's the other things you can have? Prince George Rogerbotti? Duke George Rogerbotti? What you have to tell us what your actual proper title is, because it can't be Mr. Mark says, see, I'm learning, Mark. Brother's life revolves around his cat, Fluff. What a cool name. Who has been terminal with a tumour for 18 months. Eek. Still going thanks to his superb care, and he's a model railway enthusiast. Ooh. Does he have like a big... Does he have a big train set and stuff? I don't know whether you... See, this is another thing with being a YouTuber that non-YouTubers won't understand. I've got a billion videos out on my channel. But if I'm talking to people, for example, just picking anyone out of there, Simone, I don't know how many of my past videos Simone's watched. And I can't for the life of me remember when I first became aware of Simone. So I don't know what history of mine Simone's got. So going back to your comment, Bad Books, about the model railway thing, I did a video on a model railway meetup in Grenoside, not expecting it to be interesting really. I just thought it's something that I remember having a train set as a kid, and I thought it might be interesting just to see what people are doing nowadays. But I didn't expect the level of detail and nerdiness, but in a good way, that goes on there. So yeah, if you have not seen that one, Mark, check it out. It's not awfully long, and a chunk of it is me driving back from dropping my dad off. But there's a fair few bits. There's like a cool set that I was looking at by this guy, and I'm like, is that the Starsky and Hutch car? And he's like, yeah. And look, and he pointed to another one, and there's like another one from another 80s TV program he'd put in there. So there's like some really cool stuff in there. there's some proper nerd stuff like, oh, this is a vintage 1938 Meccano train set or whatever. I don't know. I'm not into like the names and stuff. But there's like some really cool creative stuff. Yeah, creative stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's a load of creativity in there. One of the cool things was one of the sets have got, or scenarios or dioramas or whatever you call them. They've got a little duck pond, and they'd use resin for the water, which is apparently something you can do that I didn't know about. But in this, they'd kind of used two resins, so they were like a murky part of the pond, like when you get like murky, muddy bits and stuff, and it looked really cool. That's the kind of stuff I like. Where did I get up to? Pingu says, my transporter guy was scared by the presence of Captain Mustard. Really? But Paul's adorable. Like, yeah, I'm going to say something then, but then I stopped. Ujudge says night to the night-nighters. GPS OMG. Trouble is being confrontational can also get you into a lot of trouble because you're always someone bigger and harder than you. Someone says I hate hashtags. Sorry, Simone. I kind of chuck them into places all the time. Even on Teams chats at work, I'll make a witty comment, in my opinion, witty, and then I'll chuck a hashtag in. If it annoys anybody, just tell me to stop being a dick, basically. Yeah, it's true. GPS OMG. My first job was being a glass collector in a really busy town centre. Oh, it's not even a pub; we're a bar called Millionaires. So you can kind of guess the amount of the type of clientele we've got in there. Just towny bloody idiots all the time, like orange women and guys were flipping silk shirts on that were undone down to the blooming chest and that sort of nonsense. So you were always getting hassle from drunk guys, and they would, like, when you were trying to restock behind bar, they're always trying to pinch stuff out of crates and stuff. So you kind of had to get a bit up in the face before they got up in your face, sort of thing. Stormtrooper, what's that all about, Jimmy? Completely lost what we're on about there. Oh, that was your tag, Stormtrooper. That's quite good. Ivar says my call sign was Knight Rider. Okay. 10-4, good buddy. I can't remember what any of the call thingies were. Lord Roger Botte. That must be it, Trace. It's got to be Lord Roger Botte. Jimmy Quinn. Rod Stewart's got a very, very big train set. So there's a celebrities thing. So does anybody else watch Hornby and Model World? I think that's what it's called. On Quest or yesterday? Because I really like watching that program, even though it's like 5 minutes of interesting stuff padded out to half an hour. It's like there's some stuff in there. But one of the things I got from they've got Pete Waterman from Stock Aitken Waterman. They've got Jules Holland on there. Who else did they have? There was some other famous person that I say famous, older famous person on there. But he seems to be like celebrities. If I were Jules bloody Holland, I'm pretty sure I could find something more exciting on my time than building a train set. For God's sakes, all the musicians for a start. Just, God's sake, just go and do something with music. Unless you don't like music and the whole Jules Holland later thing is a lie. God damn you, Jules! And what band were he in? Were it Squeeze? Or is he in, even? Bad Book says, yeah, I saw your model railway vid. He has a very big, superb layout. Rest of the house filled with clutter. To be honest, that might be another cool video idea, Mark. If it's something that is up to filming and stuff. I don't want to just concentrate on cars, even though the channel's called Project MGTF. That might be a problem. Oh, I saw a rat today, Pingu. Where were I walking? Oh, I was walking to work and I saw a rat just run past me into someone's garden. Yes, Tracy, people, don't forget to like. I mean, even if you don't like me, don't tell me that, just like. Pingu says, I've watched that Hornby show, partly because my cousin used to work there at Hornby HQ. My takeaway from that Hornby show is there's lots of new blood in that Hornby place. Like there's loads of younglings, not obviously younglings, but younglings. And I'm wondering whether that's because they seem to have relaunched Hornby. Why do I keep calling it Hornby? Hornby. With more technology. I think that might be why they got that Simon guy back in. There's like a relaunch of it to try and rejuvenate it. So everything's like CAD based and computer based designing and stuff. So it seems to be like all the younger people are in the offices and they're designing the parts and the kits and the trains and whatever. But they've still got the old school guys doing the like test runs and the builds and stuff. There seems to be a good mix. I'm just hoping that they've not abandoned the old sort of styles too much, really, on there. God, listen to me, it sounds like I know what I'm on about. I ain't got a clue. Oh, is Boaty on now? All right, okay. Well, we'll all piss off from my stream and we'll all join Boaty's then, otherwise we'll wonder where everybody is. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. And I managed to get rid of one of my topics off here. We didn't even touch on Snog, Marry, Avoid of YouTube Land, or best car film, or any terrible old wives' tales. So yeah, or the unboxing. But thank you for joining. You've all been lovely people, and I love every single one of you. And if any of you want to come round to my house, you're free to come round for pancakes and wine. So there you go. Boaty's wearing the same top. He's been wearing it for 2 weeks. Oh, thanks, Black Lines. Thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciated it. Oh, thanks, Pingu. Yeah, it's been a blast, Stu. And thanks, Simone. And thank you, everybody. You're all lovely people, and I adore you all. And if you were all here, I'd give you a big hug, because that's how I like greeting people. But I'm too shy. So, Simone, you were lucky that I went in for the hug straight away on there, and you got a hug. Because normally I'm too shy to hug folk. So take care, and I shall see you all very, 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 very soon, like Friday. Have a good one. Bye now. Where's the stop button? There it is.